Hi boys and girls. Today I want to talk to you a little bit about the meaning of generous, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the story that I posted yesterday called Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed. And then we're going to talk a little bit about giving back. So the first thing we'll do is we'll talk about that definition of generous. So generous means that we're willing to share of the things that we have. That can be our time, it can be our toys when we're younger, or the things that belong to us. It could be with a family member, or it could be with a classmate. It could also be that we share our time and give our time to others, and we'll get a little bit more into that later. I want to take or give you just about 45 seconds or so to talk about some ways that you can be generous, some other ways with a family member. So think about that for just a second and come up with some ideas, and in about 45 seconds we'll go over some different things that you might have talked about. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, some of the things that you might have come up with, I mentioned earlier that you can share your things. So that could be your toys, it could be the things that you have in your room. If you have video games, maybe you share those. If you have a tablet, maybe you share your tablet with your brother or your sister or your friend, those types of things. If you have a snack, maybe you share your snack with others. You could donate food to shelters. A lot of times that's a family thing that we do as families. You can donate change to a charity. Sometimes we do that at school. You could also donate cans. I know there's a lot of charities that are collecting cans right now because we can't take those back to the store. So that's a good place to donate right now. Those folks, when they can take those back, can turn those in and get money for their organizations to help others. So those are some of the things that you might have come up with. I'm sure that you have a whole lot more as well. So let's talk about Ordinary Mary's Extraordinary Deed. So if you didn't get a chance to listen to that story, you might want to stop right now, stop this video, and go back and listen to that, because it's a super story about a little girl, just like the boys and girls at Scottville Elementary, just like each of you, that was out walking one day, and she noticed a little field of blueberries, and she decided to pick a little basket of them and do a nice deed for someone in the neighborhood. And she picked those berries, and she left them and did not tell the lady that she was leaving them, so it was kind of a surprise. She just kind of left them there, and it made the lady feel so special that she went and did all kinds of nice things for other people. And what we found as we listened to the story more and more is that each person, what that did is that kind of started it started a domino effect, we call it, that those people, it made them feel so good when something was done nice for them, that they in turn did other nice things for people. And as you went through the story, you learned about the paper boy who did something nice, and the man at the airport, and so on and so forth. And so this little girl doing one nice thing for one person turned into multiples of 5. And boys and girls, you understand that because that's something that a lot of you are starting to do. You're counting by 5s, and as you get older you'll start multiplying by 5s, but you can see how quickly the numbers grow. And then at the end of the story, we learned that in 15 short days, if everybody did nice things for 5 people, that would in turn change into like 6 billion different nice things for all those people. So again, a super story of a young lady that just did one nice thing that turned into many nice things and changed the world for so many people. And what a great story for a time that's tough for many of us, during this tough time when we have to be home. So it's a super cool lesson for us to learn, and this is a great opportunity for us to start thinking about some of those things, and to think about some of the deeds that we might be able to do, as simple as picking up a basket of blueberries and giving them to someone just to surprise them, and so just a small thing can turn into something so big. And I think this is just a really cool time for us to think about those neat things. And I think we're seeing little bits and pieces of that right now. I don't know if you boys and girls have experienced this yet, but my boys have had other children come to their house up to the porch, and they've left snacks, and they have a little message saying that they've been snacked. And they've also done the same for some of their soccer team and basketball team. They leave a little basket of goodies out there, and it just makes others feel good. So that's an example of something nice, and each one of those kids are doing other things. So maybe some of you have done some of those same things. And that's just one example of one of the cool things that's kind of going around right now. But there's so many other things that we could be doing to make others feel special and make us feel good about ourselves during these tough times. So I want you to take about a minute for you to talk with someone special about how you might be able to give back, or come up with some examples of good deeds that you could do for others, just like Mary did. And then later this week, we're going to talk about those ideas and how we might be able to turn one of those into a family project that you and your family could do to give back to others in our community. I just think that's a very cool thing. And it might not be something that we can do right now because we have to stay safe and stay home. But once everything is back to normal, and it will be, you would be able to take this project that we would build, and you could do some pretty cool things and some good deeds for others, and change the world, just like Mary did. So make a big difference for others. So boys and girls, go ahead and spend some time once you've had a chance to watch this video, coming up with some cool ideas, and then later this week we'll kind of talk about the next steps and how we could put something like that together. So I hope everyone is doing well. Certainly miss you, and I want you to take care of yourselves. Talk to you soon.